McDavid. Moves in, McDavid goes upstairs! What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 23 of this NHL 20 Journeyman franchise mode here currently with the San Jose Sharks. I know it's been a while, but this series is back. I took a break from it for a bit just because I wasn't really having so much fun with it, and, you know, it kind of makes sense why that is happening right now, just because if you look at our contract, I believe we've got to have at least 2 seasons left, maybe 3 still. We've got a lot of time left with this team before we move on to our next team, or, you know, for whatever reason we could get fired, but I don't really see that happening. The only thing that I'm going to do this episode is kind of simulate through the playoffs. We're not really going to take a bunch of time to do that, as we've already won with San Jose. We've won a cup. We've completed that goal of getting the Sharks a cup. You know, that's 3 out of 11 now for teams that haven't won a Stanley Cup that now have one. Those other 2 teams consist of Winnipeg and Florida, right? And Vancouver, for whatever reason, decided to fire us before we could actually win a cup there. But yeah, we're going to see what happens in the playoffs here. Obviously, Edmonton is considered a better team than us. I believe they are, to be honest. But a round 1 knockout would not bother me at all. What we are more focused on is making sure that this franchise winger... Oh my god, I forgot how good the Oilers were. I can't believe they landed Lafreniere. How is that even possible, man? Like, actually, how? Look at this lineup. Jesus. Like, if this happened in real life, everybody would be freaking out. That's insane. Okay, I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot how ridiculous this Edmonton roster was. It's been a while. But, wow, okay. We definitely shouldn't beat Edmonton, but we might. But no, what we're really focused on is making sure that this franchise player in, what's his name? Brendan Chan. Our goal is to make sure that this power forward franchise winger ends up in a team that has not won a Stanley Cup yet. So whether that be, let me just pull my list up real quick, whether that be Buffalo, Columbus, Ottawa, Arizona, Minnesota, Nashville, Vancouver, or Vegas, any of those teams we are good with. I want to just double check the league standings, see where teams finished, because, you know, I don't know who's going to be. Vegas finished with 82 points, so that's promising. Let's just see how the rankings go backwards here. And, okay, Ottawa's number 1, so that's good. If Ottawa can land the number 1 pick, I will be okay with that. I don't like Detroit, St. Louis, and Washington, or Pittsburgh. Geez, there's a lot of teams in there that have won cups. Vegas could possibly sneak up from where they are, and, you know, Vegas would be really sweet. But the other thing, too, is we can definitely tamper with this a bit. Columbus there at, what would that be? That'd be pick number 10, 11, around there. And then Minnesota's at like 14, I think, or 13. Yeah, so, you know, not the most hopeful for draft lottery odds here for teams that could land this franchise player. But there are, you know, a couple teams in the playoffs this year, too, that if they can win the cup instead of us, that is a good thing. Like Arizona, Vancouver, and Nashville. If any of those teams can advance through, we're doing good. And then, let's see, just Buffalo, really, in the East. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. So we're going to hop onto the calendar here. I'm not really too worried about losing to the Oilers, so let's just go game by game here, kind of go quickly and see what happens. So, okay, we win game 1 5-4. That's great. Game 2, we win 4-1. Guys, can you explain how our team is this much better than the Oilers? Because I can't. The Oilers really are a good team, and for whatever reason, we're beating them still. So, okay, we lose 2 games 4-1 in a row. That's not a big deal. to me anyways. Have the Oilers won a cup in this franchise mode yet? They have not. Okay, so really, it wouldn't bother me if we got knocked out. Okay, we go to 7 games with them. Arizona's through. Thank God they beat Winnipeg. Buffalo got knocked out. That sucks. And Nashville got knocked out too, and we get knocked out by the Oilers. Okay, so go Arizona. That's the only thing I can hope for here for the rest of the playoffs. Yes, we get knocked out round 1 in a 7-game series against the juggernaut Edmonton Oilers here, even though they haven't won a cup. But we have. When you have McDavid, Lafreniere, and Draisaitl on a team, and Yamamoto and Nugent, they've got players. They should be winning, honestly. I can't believe we actually forced 7 games with them, but let's sim to the draft, and we're going to get Tampa in here. All right, so there you go. Your Cup champions are the Carolina Hurricanes. Interestingly enough, I guess, yeah, Carolina's a good team. That's the first Cup they've won in this franchise mode. Not first ever, though, obviously, as they beat the Oilers in, 2006, I think? That crazy Game 7 series. But, yeah, they win the Stanley Cup for the first time in this franchise mode. What's his name? Tuukka Pillman leads them to that cup, probably. And then the Hershey Bears win the Calder Cup. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping there's a chance we get fired from San Jose just for getting knocked out first round. That'd be funny. But it's highly unlikely here. So we're going to see the draft lottery right away. LeBanc put up 6 points in 7 games for us. That's not too bad. Obviously, we got knocked out, though. Let's see who went to the finals, though. Chicago did. So yeah, Arizona didn't last very long against a much better Chicago team by the looks of it. But yeah, considering that there were, 4 teams that haven't won the Cup in the playoffs, the fact that Arizona only made it to the second round is not the most spectacular for us and our, overall goals here. So we got player awards here. May as well check them out. So Carolina wins the Cup there. We had a good couple seasons there from 2025 to early 2027 where San Jose and Florida both won Cups. That's good for us. Presidents went to Tampa. Chicago won the Clarence Campbell. Carolina obviously won the Prince Wales. Okay. Draisaitl wins the Art Ross. Yamamoto wins the Hart. Ekblad wins the Norris after Pillman 3 years in a row. So Pillman was probably pissed and be like, fine. If I'm not going to win the Norris, at least I can win a Stanley Cup. So yeah, Ekblad wins the Norris. Yamamoto wins the Lady Byng. Malatesta wins the Calder Memorial there. Aho wins the Conn Smythe. Good for him. Vasilevsky wins the Vezina. Hellebuck wins the William M. Jennings. Bolduc wins the Bill Masterton. Duchesne, who is Toronto's coach, wins the Jack Adams. Selke goes to Dubois. Ted Lindsay goes to Yamamoto. Most outstanding player was Yamamoto. And the Rocket goes to Tyler Seguin. Okay. So at this point, we're just hoping that, either Ottawa wins the lottery, Vegas wins the lottery, or maybe Columbus. Those are the 3 teams that we're hoping and praying for that can win here. And Pittsburgh wins the lottery. Go away, Pittsburgh. Come on. You guys just won a cup 3 years ago. Another one. How long ago was that? Pittsburgh won the cup. Okay, no, it was 5 years ago, but still. No, we're going to try to... Oh, and Winnipeg. Oh, my God. Winnipeg had Columbus's pick, and it skyrockets up. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so let's try to sabotage the Pittsburgh Penguins here, and we'll either try to go for... Let's see. I mean... Who do we want Shan to play for? I think what we need to consider here is who is going to be the next team that we are most likely going to go to. I would argue Vegas, maybe. Vegas looks real nice right about now. So retiring players, let's see what's going on here. Sidney Crosby finally retires as a San Jose Shark. And yeah, 1,800 career points is pretty darn solid. I mean, obviously he was declining at 40 years old, but for a number 1 overall pick, a franchise player, he really had a great career. Same with Claude Giroux there. He retired for us again in San Jose here. Erik Karlsson retired in Chicago after almost winning a cup. Wow, Giroux was 88 rated and he retired, so that kind of sucks, but whatever. Second was 90 rated and he retired. So yeah, wow. Okay, Mark Stone retired too. Kuznetsov retired. Oh my gosh, some of these guys were just ridiculously high. Look at these defensemen, man. Carlson with over 1,000 points. Doughty with 900. Ekman Larson with almost 850. Krug with 650. That's insane for defense. And what about the goaltenders here? Because this could be a legendary retiree class. Yeah, Carey Price, Freddie Anderson, Braden Holtby, Philip Grubauer, and Jake Allen. My gosh. I mean, Mike Condon also had over 100 wins, so let's see who retires to be scouts and coaches and stuff like that. You know, we might get a Crosby or somebody as a coach here in San Jose, which is crazy. Claude Giroux, okay, becomes a coach. Crosby's like, nah, I'm done with hockey. But Claude Giroux decides, yeah, okay, you know, I was 88 rated. I'll try to give back to the team a bit. So, yeah, it's funny because he's actually, as a coach, he's probably better than like 3/4 of our players still. So, yeah. Okay. All right, so here we go. It's time to sabotage. So essentially what we're focusing on here, I think my goal here is to get Chan to the Vegas Golden Knights if we can. And to do so, we're going to have to definitely acquire that first overall pick first. And guys, this is not for my own use. This is for, well, it will be eventually, but no. This first trade here, we're going to try McAvoy in exchange for the first. If they take that, I'm good with that, and I'll be happy with it. And trade rejected. Not even close to what we were being asked to give up. So that's too bad, but we can throw a 19th overall pick in there. Pittsburgh, you want to take this? I will make the trade, and still rejected. My gosh. Okay, let's go with San Jose's first rounder next year. Just screw it. We're throwing in all the dice, hoping the Penguins take this, and they still need more? Are you kidding me? Okay, what about Skaters match in the trade block? We could throw in, let's see, who's a crazy player to toss in here that they'd probably take? Either Hanzik or Dmitriev, and I'd say Hanzik's probably the one we want to go with, even though, well, let's see how he looks. Offensive defenseman, right-handed. Okay. Wait, how big is he? 5'10". Okay, we can toss him in there, and that gets the trade done. I know it's like, oh, we just acquired McAvoy, and that sewers our team a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but what we now get to do is go and choose who we send this franchise player to. Even if we're not going to be around, or even if we are going to be around in San Jose for a while, we now have a number 1 overall pick that we get to choose where it lands. And I would say, okay, so our remaining teams that need to win a cup. Let's look over them one more time here. So, Arizona is definitely one of those teams, but they are already a contender status. We want to help out a team that's not really there yet. Buffalo, I think, could win a cup by themselves too. I don't think we really need to step in for them. See, I don't think we need to do anything here in Columbus either. I think they are very much set up to win here for the future. They got a lot of good pieces that are under 30, and yeah, really, I don't see any need to step in there. I think they're going to be just fine on their own. The next team would be the Minnesota Wild. And see, Minnesota is a team where it's like, yeah, in 3 or 4 years, they probably could seriously need a franchise winger to kind of carry that team in the right direction. But I don't know if that's exactly who we want to go to. Nashville, another team that, you know, I don't know if they're quite there for being set on winning a championship, but I don't think they're that far off either, to be honest. So really, with the players they have, I think they're going to be all right. I don't think we're really going to need to step in. I think they might be able to win a cup here by themselves still. They have a lot of defense, so you know, maybe a winger is the right thing to add into that system, but yeah, I think we're just going to let Nashville kind of sit for now, too. The team I've been getting the most suggestions for is obviously the Vegas Golden Knights. So that's a team with a lot of upside and possibility for trading this pick to. We might have to call a timeout here quickly, but who else is left? Vancouver, we took our shot with them, didn't go through their championship status, so really we don't need to help them. And then Vegas is hopeful, and I think hopeful is the right piece, the right kind of term or name that we are looking to send this franchise player to. And yeah, I mean, with the pieces they have, you know, you could argue, oh, they have Nylander, they have Matthews, they have all these really good players that, you know, they really aren't that good. Like, yes, there are some good pieces in here. They got a young top defensive pairing, which is something you need to win a championship. They have, let's see, what else do they have? They got Cole Sillinger, who's a nice player to put beside a winger like this. So we're just going to call the timeout here and not let the computer select this player for us, because that would be bad. But let's try to go to Vegas, you know, maybe snag this 8th overall pick, or, you know, we could just let them keep it. Maybe, 8th overall. I don't think that's going to land anything crazy in this draft, to be honest. So I'd rather take like the 8th, and well, they want to trade Austin Matthews, and I don't want to trade for Austin Matthews, even though he's 30. It's like, okay, maybe Matthews actually would be a pretty crazy piece. Apparently he fits forward line 1, so odds we take Matthews off their hands, make them bad for another season or two, let what's his name grow there, let this, oh, I just forgot his name, Chan, I think. Let this Chan player grow, maybe toss these guys a few other assets and then move there after. I think that might be one of our best bets. So let's see what we can do here. Can we throw, who do I want to toss to this team that's really going to help them? I mean, what's Voloshenko? He's also a power forward, isn't he? Yeah, he is. That's not great. Who's young enough that they could benefit from having them? We go Dmitriev and like maybe one other prospect like Rakos or Sullivan or somebody like that. Defensive, two-way. Okay, let's throw them Patrick Rakos and see if Dmitriev and Rakos and the 1st overall pick gets us Austin Matthews, because then that will make us competitive for another couple seasons. Maybe, you know, you never know. Maybe the manager really doesn't like it or something like that. But I think this is a fair deal for both sides, and let's see what happens here. So, trade accepted, no-brainer, and Austin Matthews is now a San Jose Shark. So, you know what would be even crazier is if we went and tossed Matthews to the Arizona Coyotes. That would be insane, but I don't know if they really need a center. Yeah, they don't really need a center. They got Christian Dvorak. But at the same time, you toss, you toss a sniping Austin Matthews alongside a playmaking Clayton Keller and a two-way Christian Vesalainen, and you're going to have a sick line there. So, unfortunately, Dvorak doesn't really fit our system at all. But maybe a guy like Nick Schmaltz does. I think we're going to hold on to Matthews for now, but that is another opportunity. So, let's see how Chan turns out. And he's, holy jeez, man. I didn't know how good he was going to be. But really, that kind of has set our sights on what's going to happen. Maybe we'll go in and just take a look at Brendan Chan after this draft, edit him as far as a player goes, because number 2 on the left wing is kind of awkward, especially for a power forward type. We'll figure out something there, but yeah, for Vegas, he's going to be their franchise savior probably. So we're not going to make any picks here really until pick 112, but we do land Austin Matthews, so that is something for sure. But that is the draft. Brendan Chan gets drafted 1st overall by the Vegas Golden Knights. I think we've handed them their franchise cornerstone here for potentially winning a cup in the future. All right, so heading into the next season, 97% of our tickets sold. That's pretty solid. And that's, expected really for this San Jose team. So owner goals are to win the Stanley Cup, finish first in our conference, and boost fan happiness. That's pretty basic for a championship team. So let's see how good this team. Wow. Okay. That is what we're dealing with here. I like it. Okay, Zadina should be fine right there. I don't know why we're getting such bad chemistry. Connor Howe. Yeesh, man. Yeesh, that's not great. On it. Ooh. Ooh, have a Howe, Matthew. Wow. That could work. That could most certainly work if we do it right. Yeesh, Voloshenko only fits on that line. Oh, Kachuk, no. We need some chemistry here, and we just don't have it. So, I mean, honestly, a Howe, Krnkovic, and Matthews line is such a nice overall fit and, you know, just comparison with how the players work together. That would be sweet. That would be really fun. Okay, somehow that works. Don't ask me how, but it does. Abramov's a third line forward. Okay, Steckel might fit, but I doubt it. Okay, we're definitely throwing Voloshenko there. And what about Bjorkstrand? Does Steckel fit better? How does that work? No, he doesn't really, so we may as well throw Bjorkstrand in there, and that's honestly a pretty good lineup. I mean, it's kind of weird having Noah Gregor playing where he's at, but if it works for chemistry and we don't have to go and make a bunch of trades and stuff, I'm okay with it. The defense is insane. Holy jeez. Okay. Who's the Lefebvre? Yeah, okay. So we're going to go Damian Ray. Shit. Oh. That's what I wanted to do. Yep. Yeah, even though Merkley, you know, is only playing second line or second pairing minutes, just the sheer chemistry on that is insane. I don't really want, like, Tarnquist is a top 2. Everybody else is top 4, so I kind of want to keep Tarnquist up top. Maybe let Damian Ray, yeah. He's going to grow into a very nice player, so not worried about him. Goaltending didn't take a hit. That's good. And what about the AHL? Who do we got down here? Some bad chemistry for sure. So I'm sure we can fix that with a couple moves. That's usually how things work in this game. But Filppula is a defender, so that doesn't work so well. Doesn't matter where he moves, so we need some more forwards by the looks of it. Hanzus is up to a 73. All right, solid. And who else do we have here that's worth playing? Zaitsev is an offensive defenseman. Hamonic is a 2A. Okay, what about if we go? Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, wait, hold on. One player. He fits better there. Oh, hello. Okay, that works. No scratch players currently in the AHL, so that might be worth taking a look into, but yeah. All right, so we are probably going to go out and make a move or two with this team just to, you know, more so get, I think what we're going to do is Voloshenko is going to move over. We're going to get, really, Abramov can play second line center even though he can't take face-offs. Like, what? Okay, let's throw Brady Tkachuk at center and just say send it. You know what? I actually really like how this team has kind of shaped up here. So I think this is how we're going to run things, even though, yes, Connor Howe is an absolute beast. for where he plays. 83 faceoffs. Matthews got 88, so having 2 number 1 overall picks together and then having that 26th overall playmaker in Kyle Krnkovic, I think is going to make a very good impact on these players' growth, how they're going to put up points and things like that. The lineup might look really strange to you guys, mainly because Brady Tkachuk's playing center, but at 78 faceoffs, I'm not worried. As far as defense goes, the team looks really, 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 really rock solid on the back end. Yep. I think I said, 4 reallys there, but that is accurate to what I think of this team at the moment. A lot of San Jose drafted defensemen there too, and then the goaltending, we got no complaints, man. I know Gustafsson has been a little shaky at times here over the past couple seasons, but 30-plus wins every season. He's been really, really solid. I'm actually happy with him. What about Skinner? He might be only won 6 games last year. Okay, Stuart, time to step up your game or get traded. That's essentially the 2 options we're going to offer him. So the last thing we're going to do here before we really jump into a season sim or anything like that is head over to the Vegas Golden Knights and just, take a look at this prospect that we are looking to eventually get into our team and get working for us. I mean, not get into our team, but we're going to try to get into the Vegas system eventually, as we did kind of set this up here for them originally. So Brendan Chan, I don't really like the number 2 on a power forward. Let's see what numbers kind of associate with this player, why he picked number 2 or anything like that. See, he's born on June 4th, and he's born in 2000. You know what? Nah, he's number 10, bro. He is definitely number 10. I'm sorry. Even if Vegas has got a number 10. Oh, and the other thing that I thought made sense here was possibly moving him over to the right wing, because he's a left-handed shot and power forwards on the inside hand are always going to have the advantage. So, yeah. Besides that, I don't really care about the equipment or stuff so much, as long as he looks pretty solid, which he does. Let's just check and see if anybody else on Vegas currently has a number 10, and if that's going to throw it off or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's number 10, by the looks of it. Doesn't look like it right now, so he's good to wear 10. And we're going to try to get into this system eventually, but just guys remember that Brendan Chan is going to grow into an absolute stud on the Golden Knights, and I'm kind of scared that they won't want a new coach with us when we finally have an expiring contract, because I really do want to get in and get playing with Brendan Chan here in Vegas. So guys, at the end of the 2028/29 season, the San Jose Sharks go 43-29-10 for a 96-point record. The Oilers, on the other hand, as you can see there, do a little bit better with 133 points. But yeah, here's the entire league. Let's just check out how everything went here. Yeah, Oilers kind of bested the entire league by quite a bit. Lafreniere really had a good year. So did a lot of guys on this team. Yeah, I don't really have any words to describe that. That was just dominant. So, we finish 11th overall. Not too bad. Not spectacular, but not too bad. And Austin Matthews scores 107 points for... obviously a team best, but almost a league best as well. Just 11 points off of Connor McDavid himself. So, yeah, I would say Austin Matthews at, 31 years old is definitely close to how McDavid's played as well. Like, they're both very good players, just a year apart in the draft. And although Matthews hasn't broken 1,000 points yet, I do believe he could do that over the next season with our team. Obviously, he was playing for Vegas for a while and did not put up great points with them as Vegas was struggling. But, definitely a bounce back year for him at 31. Lafreniere put up 99 points. So, yeah. You wonder where McDavid and Lafreniere are getting all those points from. Well, the Oilers were just really good in general. So, looking at the Golden Knights, they actually finished, let's see, how many teams are below them? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really? 75 points got them a, 22nd place finish? That's okay. The reason being is because there is actually yet another franchise player. So what we could really do is make Vegas a dominant force in the league and really probably win a cup a little too easily with them. If we did another tampering thing here, I don't think we're going to, as other teams like Nashville miss the playoffs. Let's see who else. Pretty much just Ottawa, really. If Ottawa can actually win the lottery, that would be good because there is a franchise center in the draft, and that would be huge. Besides that, let's see. Minnesota made it. Okay. Arizona made it. Vancouver. Columbus. Wow, Columbus did really well. And yeah, okay, that's about it. So, Buffalo too. Buffalo finished quite high. So, I don't know whose year it's going to be this year. I mean, usually if you let the sim engine kind of do its thing, it's usually going to be a team who's won the cup before. We obviously did not finish first in our conference, so that was it could have been better, but whatever. So we are going to be taking on the Vancouver Canucks first round, and again, if we get knocked out, it's not a big deal. I just want to see if there's any growth in this team. I actually did not really look, and doesn't look like there was too much by the looks of it. A lot of guys had, average seasons for the most part. Yeah, nothing, crazy out of this world for growth. I do want to show you guys the Vegas lineup too, as I do believe that is going to be the next team we actually go to here. So let's go check out the Vegas Golden Knights. And, well, Chan's already 88. They got a center there in Eliniuk. I don't know how you say it. Rich Eliniuk, I believe, is how you'd say it. I might be wrong. But, no, they've definitely got some good players in here. This LeBeau guy actually looks pretty solid too. So yeah, I mean, Vegas is a very promising option at this point. I'm, actually wanting to manage them eventually. All they really need is some goaltending by the looks of it, and I think they'd be good to go. So yeah, even though they didn't finish very well, I am interested in moving to Vegas, but let's see how this series against the Canucks goes. Obviously, we're not going to get as into detail because we are looking to, kind of move through this a little quicker since these episodes are going to be less often. So let's see. Game 1 against the Vancouver Canucks. They haven't won a cup yet, so we kind of want them to stay in it, but we do beat them 1-0 there. Game 2. This is all home ice advantage for the Sharks right now, and they lose 5-3. Okay, so the tide could have turned there in Vancouver's direction, possibly. Game 3, no, we come back with a 6-1 win on away ice. Jeez, that was a bit of a murdering, yeah. And then we beat them 6-3 on home ice or on away ice again, and we can finish the series here, and we do. Oh, that's a little too bad, but at the same time, I'm not exactly, like, oh, I want Vancouver to win so bad. Like, they fired us, so they could have won a cup. They had the opportunity. We're gonna beat them if they do that. So by the looks of it, Minnesota's through as well, and Arizona might be, and Columbus might be, but Buffalo unfortunately has been eliminated. All right, so unfortunately we got an Arizona-Minnesota series, so only one of those teams will progress, and we got Columbus and Pittsburgh. Okay, so I think Columbus actually has the better team here. I'm not entirely sure, but I think they do. So let's see what Columbus has got here going for them. Yeah, they're really good. They're really solid, and I expect them to win games. I mean, even if the goaltending isn't so good, they got really good defense. They got a lot of good players, and when comparing them to a team like Pittsburgh, you'd hope that they could win, but you never know, right? Like Antropov, yeah, he's a good player still. So at 19 years old, wow, okay. They actually have a pretty sturdy team here, I have to say. They got Costi 21st overall. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Okay. They got Kasperi Kapanen back. He is actually a Pittsburgh drafted player. Vorobyov, I do not recognize. Okay, he's a Tampa player. And they still got Matt Murray, 34 years old, but killing it. Okay, so maybe the goaltending wins that series. Who knows? Anyways, here's the Vancouver team we just beat. You guys should be pretty familiar with this team if you actually watched this series a little while back. You know, we built most of that team for what it is right now. And now we are going up against the, who is it? Edmonton Oilers, I believe. So, yeah, we should be dead, but you never know, right? Like, you never know what can happen here. And, you know, the playoffs are funny that way. Weidman's actually a pretty good goalie. So I think they found their goalie for the future, especially if they go on another, well, not another, but if they go on a cup run here. Yeah, Edmonton might have a very, very solid team for a long time. Okay, anyways, let's jump into round 2 of the playoffs against the stacked Edmonton Oilers. So, game 1, obviously, in Edmonton. We lose 6-1. Ouch. See, the problem is whoever Edmonton goes on to play is going to just get, like, they're just going to murder them. So we want to give them as tough a series as possible. Wow, we're getting absolutely murked when we lose, but when we win, it's close. And we're down 3-1. This might be it. We lost a close one, so that sucked. Yeah, we get eliminated 4-1. And there you have it. The Edmonton Oilers are your Stanley Cup champions. I believe that is 6 Stanley Cups for them now because, yeah, they haven't won in this series. But at least they beat, well, they might have beat Columbus, which would suck. But let's just see how that went. So, that's going to suck. If they beat Columbus, it's like, damn it, we had the opportunity to beat them. Obviously, we only won a single game, but yeah, the Oilers win the cup, and, well, they beat Montreal, so that's okay, in my opinion. But, come on, man. Minnesota's 1 game away. Columbus is 1 game away. Like, oh. Come on, man. We're trying to get all the teams a Stanley Cup here, and it is a pain in the ass to do so. So, dear God, if a cupless franchise doesn't win the lottery, oh my God, are you kidding me? That's the second time. Second time in, what is that? Like, in 2 years. Yeah, second time in 2 years that the Ottawa Senators have been robbed of the number 1 pick and a franchise player. So, Vegas has got the 3rd pick with Dallas. So, that is very promising. I like where that's landed. They also have the 10th pick, so that's not too bad. And, yeah, we did not complete our goals, but I think we might go and help out Ottawa here because I'm not impressed that, like, really, Fowler's going to end up going to Washington. Like, I'd prefer if he went to Ottawa. I might do it. Wow, Patrick Kane. Great career, man. Over a point per game. Obviously, he was the number 1 pick, so in what was that, like 2006, 2007 maybe? It might have been 2007. Anyways, yeah, he had a lot of really good years. What was his best year, though? I'm sure it was like 110 points in 2019. It's pretty hard to top. I can't believe that was Patrick Kane's best season. Like, I mean, it's funny. I don't mean that to sound like insulting or anything. It's just like we were all like, oh, yeah, like McDavid and Crosby and I can't remember who else. I think McKinnon was having an insane year. And then it's like, oh yeah, Patrick Kane just kind of slips in there with 110 points out of nowhere. And Chicago wasn't even that good. I don't think they made the playoffs. I think they actually won Kirby Dach in the lottery that year. But it was like, oh yeah, Patrick Kane's still an insane player. And he proved that his whole career. Lots of guys with over 1,000 points. Landeskog, O'Reilly, Hall, Stamkos, Kaner. Wow. Yeah, no, this is crazy. Lots of players with over 500 points in their careers as well. You really get to appreciate the NHL a little more when you start seeing these guys retire, like the current NHL anyways. Bobrovsky retires with almost 600 wins in his career. And, you know, for an undrafted goalie, that's about as good as you get. Wow. Somehow Vegas managed to snag themselves 2 top 10 picks. So that's really good on them. And I got no complaints for that. So let's see if Washington is going to budge on a deal here that will, you know, eventually go to the Senators. So what I'm trying to do essentially is just swap picks with them. So, you know, we could go, if we went Zaitsev plus, we don't have a first round pick. Okay, well, I need to snag this pick in order for Ottawa to eventually get it. But obviously we don't want, like, our team shouldn't exactly have the pick either. So if we go Zaitsev alongside, let's say Esposito. So, Washington gets some good prospects back here for this pick and rejected because it's a franchise player. So what if we tried Zaitsev plus, actually, here, you know what? Let's go like this because I don't really care for Washington winning anymore. I could really care less. Let's try Zadina plus... Actually, no. Zadina's too big a piece. Why don't we go Kachuk, Esposito, and... Where's that rookie goalie we had that was elite? Komatov. Or Komutov, or however you say it. If we go those three pieces, that should get the first pick. And wow, okay, what if we try instead we go with Zaitsev? That should be enough, but you never know. Yeah, see, they definitely want Zaitsev, so they are asking for an arm and a leg in this deal. My God. I could also go with Sullivan because he's not crazy good, but and then they'd need a pick back. Okay, this is going to be difficult. Can I grab, like, Blunden? Like, okay, that should go through. We have to really make it worth their while. Sorry, I'm only trading 3 elites at the moment. Like, here, let me throw in, who else matches their trade block? Nobody I want to trade, but Zadina never fit our system well, so that's the reason why it's like, okay, I could see us possibly making this move just to help out a team like Ottawa, who will go to eventually. Yes, we're trading a ridiculous amount of picks there, but they're picks, prospects, and players that are insane. I know it's not the most realistic, but what we're going to do, this exchange will all make sense in just a minute. So we're going to go Ottawa, pick number 1 for number 2. And we're just trolling the system at this point. So, bada bing, bada boom. Why would they not accept that? They're like, oh, San Jose, you're our saviors. And it's like, are we really, though? So then we're going to go back to Washington. And we're going to snag back. See, I'm okay with Washington getting Zaitsev. That is okay with me. But if we can do Zadina in exchange for the second, they're not going to take that. So what is most realistic here as far as value goes? How well does Ehlers fit our system? What are the odds we just take Zaitsev back and be like, yeah, we'll grab him? That's not going to happen either, is it? Okay, well, I would say they probably got enough in exchange, so who's another team that could probably use a pick? Nashville. Hey, see, that would make sense. Okay. Essentially what we're doing, we're just the elite dealers pretty much at this point. Like, we're just handing away elite prospects to other teams who need them more than us. So, actually keep your 9th overall pick. We'll grab your 40th, and we'll grab, like, see, they want to trade Van Riemsdyk. I think they should keep him, but they got enough defensemen that it makes sense for them to snag a center here instead. So if we go those two, I think that's going to be fair value in return. So it's not like we're completely just handing them value. Like, this should go through. It doesn't. Okay. Can we just go Van Riemsdyk for that pick? Yeah, okay. So that works. And, yeah, then Nashville's going to end up getting a decent pick here as well. And Washington still gets a lot of good players back. So I think that's fair all around. And there you go, franchise player. Only 80 rated, but still, he is going to be... What is his name? Cam? There's no way his name's Cam. Caden Fowler. Okay, I was like, if his name's Cam Fowler, I swear to God. Okay. And then 80 rated Winnick, you know, that's exactly what those two teams need, and I'm really happy to see that go through. Leafs get a two-way forward winger. Okay, so that means that, okay. So, wow, that's pretty terrible, but whatever. Okay, let's sim to pick 51 and just see how this all goes, because this is weird. This is a ridiculously weak draft for the most part. 69 rated Olsen. Geez, that's actually a nice pick. Okay. Are there any like elite players in here? I'm not seeing it right now. That's crazy. There was only 3 elites and a franchise player in the draft, and it's a weak draft. It's considered a weak draft, and I can see why. But there are still a lot of decent like top 6 kind of forwards in here. Okay, so for our picks here, we got a couple guys to keep on our radar. This McGillney guy actually looks all right. Colburn's probably a really good goalie, I would assume. What about Hoyle here? See, you could take that. Where's our next pick? 102 and 106. We definitely want to take those guys. Where are our picks? You know what? Let's just send it on the elite players. You know, you only get so many shots at elite players, and I would rather not risk letting those elite guys go to other teams that are probably not going to be coupleless teams, right? So let's take Murray Cuff here and see how he turns out. 54 rated medium elite right wing two-way forward. And then for our next pick, we are going to go with I didn't even remember the players' names, but there's another elite goalie named Goalie. Are you kidding me? Like, why does this keep happening, bro? That's almost worth it. Like, Bruce Goalie. We're going to let someone else take him, but we'll go with, what's this guy's name? Warren Gordon. And holy jeez, okay. So, see, that would be a piece that we could be like, all right, let's ship him off to Vegas for a pick, and then Vegas becomes a really good team next year or something like that. But, yeah, no, we do have 1 year left in San Jose, so that's an insane pick for round 3. Jeez. Okay, Warren Gordon. I mean, he was listed at franchise potential at one point, so I'm not exactly surprised that he was that good, but still, was Mueller. So, yeah, that's 3 elites in a row, and that's about as good as you can ask for, to be honest. So, medium elite defenseman Gagnon there for the Penguins, unfortunately. Wait. Okay, starter for the Senators. That's good. Anybody else that actually is significant? Oh, Erskine's, you know, Vegas, you missed an elite defenseman by 1 pick. Well done. Okay, anyways. Gordon's just insane. Warren Gordon is going to be an insanely good defender. For the 82nd pick, dude, like, really? That's actually crazy good. Yeah, that just blows me away that there's that kind of talent that late in the draft. Jeez. He was listed to go at pick 100. Like, what? He's higher rated than everybody in the second round. The second round, for crying out loud. Festerling, geez. Oh, and Ottawa, or Buffalo, sorry, got a elite goalie as well. Good for them. Okay, we're going to sim to pick 144 now, which is round 5. Yeah, okay. Really, we don't have any like guaranteed picks left at this point. You know, I'm sure there's some potential, but who's really worth selecting at this point? You know, you can take risks on low elites. That doesn't really make sense. So let's go, you know what, screw it. Charlie Spurgeon, if he turns out, that's awesome. I doubt he will. And okay, top 9 forward's pretty solid for the 5th round. Okay, I'm going to take a risk on Rory Hackett. He might pay off, probably won't, and he's a backup. Okay, not too bad, though, 57 overall. So low elite grinder and Aguazine there goes to Arizona? Yeah, Arizona, and that's pretty solid for them, especially since they're looking to win a cup ASAP. Besides that, let's see, anything else as far as potential goes? Doesn't really look like it there. Okay. Ooh, medium elite goalie and Priestap there. Oh, he's only 18 as well. Nashville, well done. You found your goalie for the future. I think Nashville actually stands a fighting chance now. They got an elite center and they're starting goalie for the foreseeable future. That is very well done by them. Okay, good draft in Nashville. I got to hand it to you guys. I didn't think you guys were going to pull it off after, selecting some pretty average picks for the most part. But we helped you out a little bit, and it pays off. Actually, who did they grab at the 9th pick? That's what I'm interested to see, because they did have pick 9 as well. Okay, they got a decent player there. Obviously, they don't really need defense. So, yeah, I understand those picks. So, yeah, for our last pick here, I believe it's our last pick at 206. Let's go with, Kostopoulos. Why not? Pretty decent name, Steven Kostopoulos, and he's a low top 9 forward. Okay, not too bad. All right, so by the looks of it, there wasn't really anybody crazy there in the remainder of the 7th round. So yeah, I mean, Cuff, Gordon, and Wismueller are all insane, especially Gordon. Warren Gordon's going to be insane. Also, props to the Nashville Predators for doing really well to not only find a goalie that's going to fit their team for the future, but also make the correct deals there to get an elite center that they really need. All right, so we are going to sim to the re-sign-in phase here, and okay, we got an AHL head coach or associate coach that needs a contract. That's all right. Dmitry Zadorov, come sign with us, please. And we got some scouts. And we got Lefebvre and Hanzus. Okay. Okay, Kevin LeBanc, you're not worth a third of our salary, unfortunately. I think we might be letting LeBanc walk, unfortunately, just because, he's 33. He's 33 years old. I think that's justifiable. Okay, Lefebvre signed, Roy signs, Ellison signs, Esposito signs, Rivera signs, Aho signs, Boschman signs, Gunnarsson signs, Damian Ray signs, Boguniecki signs, West signs, Kenyazev does not sign, that's fine, Pellerin signs, Pressburg signs, Ekman signs, Hanzus signs, Almquist signs, Machovsky signs. All right, I think we might have enough money still to get a Kevin LeBanc deal done here, and that's good with me. I don't think we need much more than that, actually. See, at $7 million, I'm going to argue he's not worth that much money. What about, can we do a 1-year, $7 million deal? Actually, yeah, 1 year, $7 million, please. Kevin, please. If he doesn't sign that, I'm okay with just letting him walk because he's a top 6 forward, and it's like, okay, fine. You go to free agency, see what happens. Hanzus is our best kind of prospect goalie. He's going to be playing backup this year. Whether that makes our goaltending better or not, I hope it will. I hope he grows, but who knows. So as far as free agents go, we got about $8 million here, and a lot of guys want more money than that. Looks like a lot of this Edmonton team hit free agency, to be honest, like Bouchard. Wow, he is not, I know they won the cup, but he is not worth that much money. My God. Okay. I think we'd be better off trying to sign some kind of forward that actually fits our lines. I don't know who that's going to be exactly, but we'll find out. Okay, the guy I was actually most interested in was probably Huberdeau, but I don't think we quite have the money to pursue that. Let's see if we could do 1 year, $8 million for him. I doubt he ever signs that, but you never know, right? Like, those guys are kind of on their last legs at 36 years old, and it's just like, yeah, we'll sign. Why not? So Chichu signed. I doubt what's his name is going to sign with us, Huberdeau. So yeah, he wants more money, but it's funny because I can't offer him that, for one. And 2, it's like nobody else is really interested in him at that price point anyways. $8 million 1 year, Jonathan. It's not that bad. And you probably are going to fit in our lineup. I think he might actually take our deal here pretty soon. A lot of teams actually want Van Riemsdyk, so that's interesting because, Nashville defenseman. I'm sorry, I can't offer you more money. He's got to drop his price here soon. See, he wants 8.7 now. I can do 8. That's like all I can do, unfortunately. And there you go. Huberdeau finally accepts. Took some serious bargaining there and waited, but it finally pays off. Let's see how our team turns out. All right, so I think it's safe to say for our final season in San Jose here, we've built up a pretty solid team. Just the chemistry on this top line, and then, the third line looks like it's going to click too this year. There's a lot of really high-skilled players in here, a lot of guys that can make a big difference, and, even though Connor Howe is only surrounded by 81 rated players, I get the feeling that he's still going to be able to produce and score points. Excuse me. And then besides that, we've got that +5. Like, come on, man, it's a 91 rated Simon Lefebvre. He's gonna shut down everybody. And then paired with Markley, they should be able to absolutely crush it this year. He put up 81 points, man. I gotta check and see if he won the Norris last year or not. Tarnquist, again, another top 2 defenseman paired with Damian Ray, looks insane. And then you get +3 chemistry there with Jeremy Roy and Mario Ferraro there. It's like, oh my gosh, this team is still really good. I'm considering, probably moving Handzus up as he's 22 years old. He's an elite goalie. He should be playing backup minutes at this point. Shouldn't be in the AHL anymore. And Chichu is, kind of hit his peak as a 80 rated starter. So, we'll probably send him down. So, guys, to end off the 2029/30 regular season, the San Jose Sharks put up a record of 47, 27, and 8 for 102 points. Very solid record. Austin Matthews puts up 98 points as, I believe, a 31-year-old. Yeah, he had a pretty good season again here. He's liking San Jose, that's for sure. So, very good from him there. We do make the playoffs again. Finish, I believe, 10th in the league. I just need to double check that quickly. I do believe we finished 10th overall in the league, which is pretty solid. We were tied with one other team. I can't remember exactly who it was, who also had 102 points, but geez, this is slow. Okay, so 102 points. Yeah, we finished. Okay, yeah, Montreal finished ahead of us with more wins, so that's all right. And yeah, we are headed into the postseason here yet again. This is our last year, I believe, in San Jose. We spent 5 full seasons in San Jose, kind of get over, or I guess we got through San Jose in like 5 episodes or something like that. So we did a season an episode almost, but this last episode obviously has been a bit of a compact one because, Journeyman sat for a while. We didn't really do anything with it. Okay, so 54 wins. We didn't get that, obviously, but still a very good season there. And we got Vancouver first round. All right. So funny enough, up to this point, we have beaten Vancouver every time we've seen them in the postseason with San Jose so far. So we'll see if that trend continues or not. Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if Vancouver does beat us because, we've won a cup with San Jose. That's not a big deal anymore. But Vancouver still has not gotten themselves a cup, and maybe this could be the year, or maybe not because we're a better team than them. I hate to say it, but yeah, we kind of have Vancouver's number here, and that just doesn't seem to go well with them. So, yeah, too bad, but at the same time, I could really care less. I don't like the Canucks since they fired us, and, I'm also an Oilers fan, so we sweep them 9-8 win in Game 4, my God. And the Oilers get swept by the Ducks. Okay, wait, hold on. I need to check who else won series here. Okay, Nashville, please win. Columbus is looking good. Buffalo got swept, yikes. Okay. Buffalo is not doing themselves any favors right now. Oh, also, guys, I did not show you, but where can we see this? I don't know if I can even show it, but we did make one trade here, and it was with Vegas. So I get the feeling, yeah, we can't really see that. Anyways, I traded 2 prospects to Vegas in exchange. Those 2 elite prospects that we drafted that weren't goalies, so Cuff and Warren, or what was his name? I think it was Cuff and Warren. We traded for 2 first-round picks to the Vegas Golden Knights. Just because we're probably moving there, and then that gives us a little bit more of a prospect pool to deal with, because Vegas hasn't drafted the greatest over the last little while, so yeah. Anyways, Nashville's through, thank God. Columbus is through as well, so that is good to see. There's still hope. Okay, we are taking on Anaheim next. Really? I don't like Anaheim, that's just me. You guys know I'm an Oilers fan, so you know, I would be totally all right seeing us just absolutely hammer these guys, but you know, that's always easier said than done. Let's see the Nashville team. Okay, so the teams that need to win that are still in it are Columbus. Okay, good. They got an elite goalie. Well done, Columbus. They actually drafted pretty well there. Honestly, I think their team is good enough to win the cup if they do things right here. Oh, hell yeah. It definitely is. They definitely have a good enough team to go on a cup run, but the other team is Nashville, and are they good enough? Because that is the real question here, really, is Nashville going to be able to go far or not? That was New Jersey's defenseman, Dwayne Jaffrey. They landed, wow, Christoph Fischer is actually really nice too. And wow, Camden Mendez, they drafted some really good defensemen. I mean, leave it to Nashville, right? But who was did they get an elite center? I can't remember if they did or not. Malatesta, they didn't play him in the NHL till he was 25. They got Pasternak. Okay, that's the big one. That is the big one for sure. Lucas Raymond, he never turned out for them. That sucks. Robinson Recchi looks pretty nice. That's a pretty good pick. Anybody else? Oh yeah, Josiah Winnick was the player they drafted, and they probably should be playing him at center over a guy like Carlson or even Bemstrom. But you know, Nashville is kind of intriguing as well, especially if they don't win the cup this year. Oh, they have one of our goalies in Clint Long. Okay, and Stuart Skinner as well. So yeah, they got a couple ex-goalies of ours there. So, you know, Nashville is actually fairly intriguing too as a team. They got a lot of good defensemen. They've got a decent forward group. If they could land one more like really elite forward, I think that would be what they need. So those teams, I actually have some hope for that they're going to win without us controlling them. So let's jump into this Anaheim series now and see what happens. So game 1 is in San Jose and we lose it. Is this going to be a case of we just get absolutely pummeled? And no, okay, we win that game. Nashville's getting hammered by Colorado right now. Columbus is still in it, but Carolina is the defending cup champs. Remember that. Okay, we win game 3. What about game 4? And okay, win game 4. We can knock Anaheim out in 5 games, and we do not. They force game 6. Do we win it in 6? No, we don't. Here we go. Game 7. This is completely up in the air, and we do win. And Nashville got through. Let's go. Okay. So, by the looks of it, let's see who else got through here. And Columbus got through as well. Let's go. Let's go. So, leave it to the Montreal Canadiens to be the only other team that's still alive besides 2 teams that haven't won, or yeah, 2 out of 4 teams, that haven't won the cup before. Leave it to the Montreal Canadiens. My gosh, they are just, you know, what's the word? Not resilient, but they just they're persistent. They never go away. So wow, Columbus really came back and just hammered the Hurricanes there, and then Nashville fought it out. Wow, they fought it out with the Avalanche there. That's a crazy series as well. The fact that they got through is insane. Columbus has seemed to kind of walk through the playoffs so far, whereas Nashville's had a bit of a tougher time. All right, so let's see what happens here as really we want Nashville to win at this point. They're a better team than us. They got 54 wins. And, you know, I just want to see how good is this Montreal team that Columbus is going up against, because that could be the determining factor here. Is obviously we don't want Montreal winning any more cups, but at the same time, we don't necessarily need to win either. My God, this is a good team. My God. Okay. Yeah, they've got a lot of good players here, and this is going to be tough for anybody to beat, let alone the Blue Jackets, because they have to beat them first. Okay, come on. This defense is kind of garbage. Like, the goaltending's good, though. Lawrence Stock is a nice goalie. That's not great. Okay. It's very, very possible that the Canadiens are in the Cup Finals again here. Doesn't matter who wins from the West. But yeah, Montreal could definitely beat the Blue Jackets. So let's see what happens here with Nashville. Obviously, we want Nashville to win, even though we are on the San Jose Sharks. So let's see. I mean, it's on away ice, so Nashville should have their way with us overall. They beat us in Game 1. I'm going to look at the draft class quick. All right, Game 2, we also lost in overtime to Nashville, so they win both home games. Game 3, we lose 5-2. Nashville is steamrolling us. My God. Okay, guys, you know I have no control over the simulation, right? This is all on the calendar. This is all completely computer-generated. We win Game 4, Game 3 and 4. Or no, Game 4 and 5, sorry. So now it's a 3-2 series. Oh, Columbus is down. That's not great. Come on, Columbus, tie it up against Montreal. And wow, we tied it up against the Predators too. Okay. I don't want to make the Stanley Cup Finals. Ugh, I would prefer if it's Nashville. So let's see what happens here, guys. So we're up 2-0. Oh my gosh. Nashville 2-1. Okay. Oh my God. Is this actually going to happen? We're actually going to beat the Predators and go for another cup, even though... Really? Okay, power play for Nashville. Doesn't convert. We might win this. After being down 3-0. I was like, Nashville's got us. They're done. Or we're done, sorry. And the tables turned. Or as Michael Scott would say it, how the turntables. Yeah. What the heck? Okay. We complete a 3-0 comeback. We were down 3-0. Oh my God. Okay, so we got two teams. Of course, Columbus and Nashville, both teams who need a cup still, and had very good seasons at that, get knocked out by our San Jose team that's, okay, but not, spectacular. There's definitely been better San Jose teams before. Wow, Ryan Merkley's crushing it. Anyways, and then Montreal beats Columbus as well. So we got the Canadiens. We should steamroll their defense with our offense, but their offense, could play a big factor too. But really, when you got to, look at this top line, guys. 95 rated Austin Matthews is killing it. Wow, Huberdeau is actually crushing it too. He's got 24 points in just 18 games. My God. Yeah, so apparently this team was good enough to beat all those other teams. Ryan Merkley's 95 rated. Yeah. Okay. This is what I mean by defense wins hockey. Yep. This is definitely the best team we've probably ever built in NHL. As much as I don't, the offense definitely could be better. It's okay, this is a decent offense. I'd prefer a +5 somewhere in here. That's hard to build. It's very hard to get +5s in this game. But, our defense would say otherwise, as our top pairing is literally the best pairing in the entire league. Yeah, no, I think we actually might have another cup under our belts here. It's funny because the last cup that we won against, the last cup we won with San Jose was against none other than the Montreal Canadiens. So if we can just, beat them again here, be like, yeah, you're not getting another cup because you guys have 24 of them or something like that already. Yeah, they've got 24. So we're going to try to prevent Montreal from getting a 25th Stanley Cup. Well, other teams don't have any. San Jose getting 2 within 5 years, I would say, is a pretty good span. So, let's jump on the calendar, just see how this goes. Obviously, Nashville was a a bit of an anomaly series here. I don't think we've ever seen any team do that before in the conference finals. Usually because the teams are just too good at that point. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Crushed them. Okay, anyways. Game 1, Montreal wins on home ice. Game 2, Montreal loses on home ice. Okay, back to San Jose. Game 3, what do we got? We win on home ice. Okay, Game 4 in San Jose, we win again. We are up 3-1. You know what? We beat Montreal 4-1 last time, 3 years ago. Looks like history is repeating itself right now. This is actually crazy. All right, here we go. This could be it for the Montreal Canadiens. Just shut them down here, San Jose, and we're up 2-1 after the first. Second period, it's a 5-1 game. You know what? Let's jump in. Just have some fun with this, really. I mean, shit. Okay, our team's definitely better. So, yeah. It's funny because yet again, Montreal is the better team than us, but we just murder them. I mean, they're better as far as regular season standings go. Okay, you want to pin me? That's okay. I'll take the puck and go. Wait, hold on. That was a glitch. Okay. Voloshenko. Dude, what is going on right now? Okay. Montreal changed their goalies. Oh my gosh, no way. I swear this game pace is incredibly slow. I don't know why, but it just feels like it. Dude, Huberdeau was actually one of the best signings we could have possibly made, I would say. Yeah, that's a good chance. Wow, okay. Just keep that away from them. Don't center it. Do not even try to center the puck right now. Good save, Gustafson. Very good save. All right, let's go, Bjorkstrand. You're in, buddy. You're in. Here's the pass to Matthews. Rebound. Huberdeau couldn't bury it. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're up by so much at this point. Tarnquist. Oh, good play, buddy. Matthews had a long shift, but he's going to tee one up and almost scores on it, to be honest. That was way too close. Merkley steps into one. That got tipped, but it just missed. Oh, there's a pass. Oh, Bjorkstrand hits the post. All right. Oh, good play, Merkley. Just catch him. Oh, almost bid on that deke, but that was a good save. Tarnquist, oh my gosh, there's so many rebounds and so many chances for us to score. And we don't, even though this game is essentially wrapped up at this point. Good hit. Robert Thomas is an underratedly good player. Oh, that was a good chance. Okay. Tarnquist going to fire in there. It got blocked somehow. Okay. Angle. Good angle. Oh, that's a good chance right there. And that's not where I wanted it. Wow, that should have been in the net. Montreal's just unlucky right now, to be honest. To be completely honest, they should have scored one there. Buchnevich cutting in. Montreal's putting some pressure on here. I will give them that. And we are not biting on the pressure here. We don't want to give them anything. Good save. You know what? We're going to hold it. We're going to hold it. We played out over half the period now, and Montreal hasn't gotten anything but one good chance. So, really, let's just try to wrap this thing up here. That's a good face-off win. Good steal, Roy. Boguniecki looks to make a play. There's a pass. Good chance. Steckel probably could have buried that. He's looking for an opportunity. He got checked. Gregor gets hit. Gives it out right to Steckel. Wow, that was a bad giveaway. Oh, he waited for me. I thought he was just going to go and grab the puck. Nope, 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 nope. You don't get that chance. I cut it off. All they try to do is center the puck in front. That's literally the only play the AI has to score. It's actually kind of funny to watch, especially when you're defending against it. It's like, okay, yeah, if you guys can actually somehow manage to center the puck, I'm literally just going to puppy guard the front of the net. And we're good if we do that. Like, they're literally just not going to score on All-Star like that. It's just pretty much impossible. Oh, Boguniecki, that was so sweet. Whoa. You don't get a nicer goal than that in the Stanley Cup Finals, man. What a absolute deke out of his pants kind of move there. Boguniecki absolutely mucks Juleson on that player. It wasn't Juleson. It would have been their other defender. I don't know who it was. But Gregor buries that one. Well done. It's a 6-1 game. San Jose has won 2 cups in 4 seasons. And there you go. The San Jose Sharks are your Stanley Cup champions for 2030. Wow. So yeah, really, this was mainly a defensive effort, I would say. Merkley leads the team in points as a defenseman. Lots of guys have good games and good series, though, and San Jose puts the 16 wins together to beat the Canadiens on home ice. Yet again, actually. That's the funny thing, is it's yet again. So Max Domi could have won a cup there as Montreal's captain. Misses his chance. Oh well. Darnell Nurse was on Montreal as well. Okay. So, you know, from a Canadian, like, just being a Canadian citizen and looking at, you know, the Stanley Cup coming to Canada, it's like, okay, hasn't been there since, let's see, well, I guess Edmonton won it last year, so not that big a deal, but, you know, we won it in Winnipeg too, done a couple things like that, but San Jose puts 2 Stanley Cup performances together here in just 4 years. I mean, yes, you could say 5, because that's how long we've been managing them, but Ryan Merkley wins your Conn Smythe there. What a performance from the captain. Put up 10 points in the finals. That's insane. He actually played out of his mind. And it only took us, let's see, it only took us 23 games to get to the Stanley, or to win the Stanley Cup. Because we only lost 1 game against Montreal. We swept the Canucks. Yes, we went to 7 games against Anaheim and Nashville. But, yeah, honestly, I have gained a lot of respect for Ryan Merkley here. He really has been a leader on this team. And, you know, the first time we won the Cup with San Jose, I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Merkley gets to lift the Cup. But I don't know if he's really our #1 leader. I thought, like, Connor Howell might be as he won the Conn Smythe. But no, Merkley has proved that he is the leader of this team. Brady Tkachuk getting to lift it for the 2nd time in his career here with San Jose. And that's awesome, man. That is just awesome to see. You love to see that. Tkachuk is an awesome player. And who else here? Simon Lefebvre, just an absolute stud on our top pairing. Really saved Merkley's ass a couple times, I bet, as the defensive defenseman of that pairing. But man, I mean, he was 91 rated, right? Like, he is a player that I would be interested in trading for if we move to a team that doesn't have the greatest defense. But yeah, this was just a fabulous performance from a lot of different players on this team. And San Jose does it. They run the gauntlet. They win the cup. Philip Gustafsson wins his 2nd Stanley Cup in just 4 years. Who would have thought? Yes, Gustafsson is going to be a 2-time Stanley Cup champion. I honestly can say I didn't think that would happen, but it does. And there you go, boys. What a performance. The captains in the front row there, Howe, Tarnquist, and Merkley, getting things done. Your 2030 Stanley Cup champions. So it is at this point where we probably say goodbye to the San Jose Sharks here. And our options consist of Arizona, Columbus, Minnesota, Nashville, and that's it. We don't get Vegas as an option, so I'm sorry to everybody who wanted to see Vegas. I honestly wanted to move to Vegas too, man. I did. So, okay, let's look at the years on here. 3-year deal with Columbus, 3-year with Minnesota, 3-year with Nashville. And 3-year with... Oh, wow, that's hard. That is tough, man. Who do we really want to move to and win with? You know, we've only been in the Western Conference so far. We don't have an Eastern Conference option, unfortunately. But if we did, I would definitely be looking into it. Ottawa. Let's see. I don't want to stay in the Pacific. That's the only reason why I'm kind of hesitant on the Coyotes. Otherwise, I'd be like, yes, let's go to Arizona. But I'm kind of torn right now. I would love to go to Minnesota. I don't think that's going to be the most... Like, that's not going to be the easiest move. And in 3 years, you know, I could see Columbus winning a cup by themselves. Same with Nashville. They were right there. This is tough. This is tough. I need to think about this. I think we're going to send it here. We're going to try to do a quick 3-year rebuild. I mean, they got Liljegren, Lambos, and Marner. Those are 3 good players. We're going to send Minnesota here for 3 seasons and see what happens. Well, all right, Minnesota is going to be a project here for 3 seasons. I think we will be able to, you know, get a lot of things done in the offseason. Next episode, we're not going to be doing anything crazy here, except maybe we're going to sim to the draft. I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to see where these picks land. So, San Jose is your Stanley Cup champions, and the Iowa Wild win the Calder Cup. So, there you go. That's good. That means the system players are going to be jumping up in morale. So, here we go, and here's how the picks land. Pittsburgh moves from 2-1. Toronto moves from 3-2. Ottawa moves from 6-3. Buffalo keeps our pick at number 11. Okay, that's not great. I didn't know we traded our pick. Vegas lands pick 7. Washington lands pick 4. Okay, that's not great. I was kind of hoping we had our draft pick, but it doesn't look like that at this point. So anyways, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. You know, Journeyman's, it's been a journey so far. We've gone, what? We've gone 11 seasons in now? I believe so, yeah. We're 11 seasons in. We got 14 left. And so far, we've only managed to get 3 out of the 11 cupless teams Stanley Cup so far. We're going to try to do this with Minnesota here right away. San Jose was a big success as we were able to win not 1, but 2 Stanley Cups with them. Also, as we wrap up this episode, I do want to show you guys the awards. Obviously, Ryan Merkley was just crazy this year. Let's see, San Jose wins 2 team awards. McDavid wins another at Ross. Jeez. Seth Jones won the Norris, even though he wasn't the best defenseman point-wise. Merkley was, but yeah, Merkley wins the Conn Smythe there. Good for him. Hart wins both the goaltending things there. Jeez, okay. Jack Hughes wins the Selke. McDavid for the Lindsay, and Greentree for the Rocket. Okay. So, that is going to be it for me. If you guys are new to this channel, please go down below, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and make sure that you turn on notifications so you never miss a video. But that is going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya!